How to be a Ventriloquist, Part 3, in which we learn about the McGurk Effect. The what? The McGurk Effect. Please tell me we're not doing Dr. Seuss. What? You know, Circus McGurkus. You're clearly not paying attention. I didn't say McGurkus, I said McGurk. Okay, so what's a McGurk? McGurk was a cognitive psychologist who demonstrated that our auditory perception can be influenced by visual stimuli. Huh? What we see can fool us into thinking we heard something different than what we actually heard. I see, and that's really the whole point of ventriloquism, that we use other senses to fool the audience's brain into thinking they heard something they didn't hear. Exactly! And now Doug will demonstrate the McGurk Effect for us. Really? Really. Okay. I'm going to say a phrase, and I want you to watch me as I say it. Watch and listen closely. This very funny fellow is a favorite. Now I'm going to say it again. This very funny fellow is a favorite. Now you might think that I said two different things, but the audio was identical both times. I superimposed the audio from the second iteration over the video from the first iteration. In other words, even though the first time you might have thought I was saying, "This very funny fellow is a favorite," I was actually saying, "This very funny fellow is a favorite." But my lip movements may have fooled your brain into thinking I was making F and V sounds instead of soft and hard TH sounds. Watch it and listen to it again. This very funny fellow is a favorite. Hopefully this little demonstration will help you realize how close the V sound is to the hard TH sound and how close the F sound is to the soft TH sound. And this brings us to how we make V sounds and F sounds without moving our lips. We don't. We simply substitute the hard and soft TH sounds in their place. Yes, that's right. If I wanted my puppet to say, "This very funny fellow is a favorite," he would actually say, "This very funny fellow is a favorite." Now, the McGurk Effect illustrates for us how easy it is to fool the human ear, but unfortunately, we can't fully rely on that as ventriloquists. Why? The whole point of ventriloquism is that your lips aren't moving, and the puppet you're using, unless it's very sophisticated, is not going to do any more than simply opening and closing its mouth. So there won't be any complex cues like pursing of lips and movement of tongue to help carry the McGurk illusion. So we also rely on contextual cues to help fool the audience. If I, without any context, say the word violet, but substitute a hard TH in place of the V, you may notice that I didn't actually say violet. However, if I make that substitution in the context of a full sentence, where you expect to hear a certain thing, you're more likely to be fooled. The color of my car is violet, for example, or the girl's name was Violet. It's a really extraordinary thing that the human brain does. The brain's quest to extract meaning from sound can actually override what the sounds really are. So this is your first lesson. Every time you have a word that contains the V sound, you replace it with hard TH. And every time you have a word that contains the F sound, you replace it with the soft TH. At first, you'll have to consciously think about each substitution. But as you practice more and more, it becomes like muscle memory or second nature. You do the substitutions with hardly any thought. It's important to eventually reach that point, because until you do, you will not be able to do any ad-libbing. Here are some practice phrases you can try. As in the previous lesson, I'll say each phrase twice. If you practice in front of a mirror, listen to me say the phrase once, and then say it with me the second time. Watch for jaw movement, and also watch for lip movement. As you make the TH sounds, it's likely that you'll see your tongue moving. Feel free to experiment with your tongue position and also your lip position to help hide that movement as much as possible. But understand, too, that you probably aren't going to hide it completely, and at a distance, it's less noticeable than when you're standing 2 feet from a mirror. Are you ready for your exercises? Thread follows Phyllis. Thread follows Phyllis. Foolish folly frightens. Foolish folly frightens. Flight 54 flies. Flight 54 flies. Vera devours veggies. Vera devours veggies. Virtual violet vans. Virtual violet vans. Avarice dithers from valor. Avarice dithers from valor. This very funny fellow is a favorite. This very funny fellow is a favorite. And remember, towards the end of this series, I will do a Q&A video using questions that you ask. So if you have a question about ventriloquism, like, is it possible for you to talk clearly while your dental hygienist is cleaning your teeth? Ask the question in the comments below. Have a great day.